Well, good afternoon guys. It is the 25th of February today. It's Monday, it's 3 p.m. and I am back down, as you can probably see behind me, the tributary. Unfortunately at the weekend I wasn't able to get out as was the plan, and I could have gone down there this afternoon to do a bit of trotting as I was planning, but I mean, with the weather like it is, as you can see, it's really sunny. It's been pretty warm as well. I think it's going to be pretty hard going down there. I think we've got a better chance of catching some fish coming to the tributary because it's very windy, very snaky, and I think there's lots of places where we'll find cover and where we'll find slacks with overhanging cover. I think that's where the fish are going to be, certainly until it starts to get dark. So that's the situation. Usual stuff: one rod, some mashed bread, bait is going to be bread, worms. I have bought some maggots, and I think I may fish a little bit into dark this evening, so I have bought some cheese paste with me, nice and smelly, and I've bought some pellets as well. So it's going to be a little bit suck it and see, I think, just see how we get on. First swim I've picked is on a corner. The river's coming from that way round and down to your left, and obviously I can fish downstream here. There's a nice slack area this side in the shade as well. Worth mentioning as well, I've come to a different stretch. I've done a little bit of this stretch previously. I had a couple of chub outs in one of the previous videos, but I've walked right to the bottom of this stretch today. I've never fished any of these swims before, or even seen them, to be honest. So it does look, as I've walked up the stretch, some lovely spots to fish. Now, I know a lot of people, when they're doing this sort of fishing, they do tend to bait up swims and let them rest, bait up as they walk past them, and I've done it in the past. But to be honest with you, I seem to find I get a pretty instant response. I'm going to get a response. You know, the last video, two of the chub I caught, I'd literally only put a ball of bait in 5 minutes beforehand, and they're already full of it. We've got throats full of my mashed bread. So I think I'm going to go with the sort of feeding and fishing straight away, and cover lots and lots of swims, and just see how we get on. So as I say, I'm going to try in this swim first, but I'm only going to give each one maybe 15 minutes or so, something like that. There's plenty of swims here to fish, and see what we can winkle out. Fantastic. Well guys, that's been hard going. He finally had a bite. First bite I've had. Not a monster, but beautiful, beautiful brassy chub. It's been in the waters a little bit in its tail, but apart from that, lovely condition. I've fished all those lovely pools and I've come to this really fast glide and been here about 5 minutes or so. And this fella fancy my lobworm. Careful. Right, let's get him back, try again. Oh. Well guys, sun's setting as you can see. I've just had this little fella on bread. I did a few little plucks on the bread flake and I thought, looks a bit roachy, but it's this fella. Anyway, I'm going to stick it out here for a few minutes, but I've just seen a big splash about 30 metres downstream, so I'm quite keen to get down there, but we're going to give it another 10 minutes so we're getting some bites here. Fantastic. Well, it's gone properly cold, as you can probably tell. Now the sun's gone down. It's about 5:45 now, something like that. It's been really hard going, as I thought it would be, to be honest. But finally had a proper one. How's about that? It's got to be £3.5, I should think. Absolute beauty as well. Mint condition. It's lovely. Decent belly on him too. Fab. I just dropped into this swim just as it was getting dark and put a worm through. No interest. It's a reasonably deep swim. I hadn't fished here before, but put a piece of bread flake in. I had a little bit of interest, so I put a couple of just small balls of mashed bread in and another bit of bread flake in over the top. And as I said, careful. I've been getting instant results, and straight away, fantastic. Sat there watching that barn owl on the other side, and the quiver tip went round. Fantastic. I'm going to give it another 3/4 of an hour. I think another 2 or 3 decent swims to fish along here. Right, let's get this fella back. Well guys, we're into a chub. Fab, fantastic. Well guys, same tactics worked again. Put some bread flake in, a couple of balls over the top, and not quite as big as the last one, but very, very welcome indeed. Absolutely fantastic. Been in the walls a little bit this one, to got a few marks on this side, but that's brilliant. It's steaming as well, it's gone that cold. Right, I think I'm going to stick it out here. I'm just going to give it another 5 minutes. That was so quick. You know, his mates may be around, and we may not have spooked them, but you know, I put the light on, so we may have. But we'll give it another 5 minutes here, and then we'll move on. Well guys, I'm going to call it a day at that. It's gone 6:30 now. I fished one more swim after the swim where we caught that chub, but didn't have any bites or anything, so that's me done for today. What a fantastic session in the end. I knew it was going to be tough going when the sun was out, but blimey, didn't get a bite, not a knock, nothing, till that sun really started to set. But what a result in the end. Fantastic, absolutely brilliant. Some lovely chub there. Now I think the next time you'll see me is Friday. I'm planning to get out again Friday, this time with James, and that session is when I'm planning to do the trotting that I was going to do in this session. So Friday after work is what's scheduled in to be a trotting session, subject to the weather of course. So until then, thank you very much for watching, really do appreciate it. Tight lines, enjoy your own angling, and I'll see you again on Friday.